What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Connor and I are back. As you saw in the previous video, we're doing a couple different videos today, getting you caught up on those September 8th releases that are coming at you here in a couple days. So, we did the Fusion Hybrid. Now we're going to take a look at the Judge Pearl. Another beautiful ball. Great shelf appeal. Look at that. Pretty green, purple in there. Come on. So, the original Judge, for me, great mid-lane ASIM with controlled back end. I don't have between the Dragon and the Judge, I really haven't been able to throw them a lot. They've been experimenting with new house shots here. I really haven't been mowing, so I mean, you're getting as much of a first look with this ball as I am, really. It's not fresh off the press. I do have a little bit of games on it, but not enough to have that full comfort level with it yet. Numbers-wise on these, I drilled mine. No, Connor drilled his at 55 by 3.5 by 30. Mine, I did the same layout that I did on the original Judge, which was a 60 by 3 by 30. So, we're going to take a look and see how they look. And then in a future video, I'm going to do a comparison between the original Judge and the Judge Pearl. So, I mentioned it in the previous video, but I will mention it in this one also. We are dealing with a new house shot. They have gone from High Street with Kegel machine and Kegel oil to a Brunswick machine, running the Brunswick oil, Stone Street, which, as you've been following me for a long time, the old house shot back at Harbor Lanes was Stone Street, but this is a little bit different with the Brunswick machine. You've got a heavier volume of oil in the middle. We are at 41 feet, I believe.
42.
42 feet. So, and I believe it's about 23 mils. So that's what we're dealing with out here. Let's get out here on the lanes, take a look at the Judge Pearl. Okay, so like we've been doing in the last few videos, we're going to alternate shots. Connor, again in this video, wants to go first.
I'm excited.
So, the floor is yours, man.
All right. So, like usual, we're not going to start 20. We're going to go 21. Don't know why. Don't ask. But we're going to keep a flat hand position and see what we got here down the outside. Ball jumps off of it.
Yeah. Okay.
I try to throw it as flat as possible, and it's still down that outside friction. I mean, it picks up.
Well, I don't know how this ball is going to look from here. I have not, usually I'll throw some test shots with the ball, different lines, like, playing straighter up the boards. This ball I have not tried. So, it's going to be interesting. All right, let's see if I can do right there.
Ooh. Yeah, yours came up a little bit too.
And yeah, that one really wants to go in there.
It sees it, man.
Now I might be able to go a little bit flatter, a little bit more forward roll.
Yeah, I just know for me, it wasn't going to happen.
I was trying really hard to flatten that.
You tried really hard to kill it. I mean, you killed it, but...
Oh, I killed it. So...
This is where I'll move to 25.
I'm gonna go one more.
You're gonna go.
See if I can
Okay.
get that, kind of that in between
Okay.
hand position here.
You can do it. There we go.
So still a lot of forward, not killing it too much,
Mm-hmm.
but really just roll. And it read well. So go 25.
Yeah. And like I said, all these bowling balls are made more to a specific purpose. I mean, this one compared to the Fusion that we were just throwing, I mean, this ball is meant to just jump off the spot, not to be as round and benchmark like the Fusion. We're going to stand 25 and still not a lot of rotation here. I could get it out maybe a little farther.
Yeah.
But I mean, it reads even with that heavier oil in the middle. I mean, it sees it.
Well, you've got, and I believe these hybrid. I mean, you've got a hybrid cover stock, and I believe that was 3,000 finish.
Yeah.
Judge Pearl. So, I mean, I'm excited to get more games on it.
Me too. Me too.
I don't even think I really, this is the Dragon Pearl. I really haven't even broken the cover stock yet.
Yeah. So we'll try that again. We'll try to get a little bit farther to the right, maybe roll it a little more. Come on. Oh. I did what I wanted to. I got it just a little bit more and rolled it.
That was a really good shot. Welcome to Crown Pins.
Oh, you got a little nick in yours too?
Yeah.
Boo.
I have to have a talk with the mechanic.
I'm going to go beat him up after this jump him.
All right, so the move is 25. We'll keep in the weaker hand position. That was there was my release card showing their ugly head again.
Ah.
That was
Oh, I reset the wrong lane.
that was not good.
You can do it.
Man, that's right.
What's up getting old?
It's not a little light. So I could probably get around it just a little bit more.
Probably.
There, that was that same, almost that same hand position I used standing on 20.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wanted to see what it would do.
Right. And you throw it really flat, like when you roll up 20. So.
I just wanted to see what it did from there.
Yeah. Maybe 25 just don't like you today.
Possible. I mean, hey, all I gotta do is flow right. Again, it's all these release issues that I've been having, and it's. I gotta tell you, I mean, it's frustrating. My part. I can only imagine you guys feel watching it. Throw with that. Okay.
There it is.
That was better.
There we go.
Right. I apologize for having to see that. I'm working on getting better.
All right, we're going to move to 30, and I'm still not coming around the ball very much. We're just gonna roll it and see how it goes. And see that I'm still rolling it pretty forward. I'm not coming around it a bunch. If I came around it a little bit more, you know, it would just be driving through there. And that's a 32. So
I threw it okay. I stuck a little bit.
yeah. I wanted.
These actually wasn't bad.
Yeah, I want to do one more from 30. Just come around it a little bit more. Because I was still at that really rolly hand position. Same speed and everything, but. So this will probably be pretty close to a normal release for me. Okay. I mean, I pushed a little bit, but, you know, not that bad.
You gotta love crowns. New crowns just don't like that area.
I should have just left it with the first one.
Yeah, probably.
I pushed my luck, didn't I? All right, but let's move to 35.
I mean, that wasn't a bad shot.
No. I mean, I did push a little bit, but I don't think that bad. We'll move to 35. This will definitely come around it more. Let's see what we get here. Ooh, yeah. That hit something there.
Yeah, and see, this is where, and I was going to mention that I was going to be curious to see how I did for 35, because when we were throwing some warm up, I was moving 35 with the super guns, and I was coming in light, or if I didn't really hit it, I would leave the washout. So on this condition, right now, 30 was kind of my limit. I was throwing from 30 really well, and I got to 35, not so much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm curious to see if you feel that you can throw a better shot.
I think I can.
See what it does.
Yeah. What we might try to do is I tend to set it down really early, so maybe I'll put it a little bit farther down the lane, see if it can store some energy here. Yeah. Yeah, for that, I just didn't roll it as early, set it down on the lane, because a lot of time the fronts can get really burnt, and it uses that energy it likes to store too early. I think that's what we saw with the first shot, at least for me.
Well, I know when I was throwing some earlier from this range, I couldn't find a happy medium. If I got it in too much into the oil, it wanted to just get out on me. If I got it outside, I was possibly getting it out too late in this section. It wasn't kind of trying to recover. Like swish.
Yeah. So it's
And
just
again, I stuck a little bit.
yeah. I mean, you lay it down a lot different than I do. You know, you kind of miss the heads for the most part. That dry in the front.
Yeah. Now, granted, I'm not lofting it. I don't feel I'm lofting as much as I had been.
Not had been, no.
Earlier, working on my release. Trying to get back to how I used to be a little bit.
Yeah. But I want to go to 40, and we have to move up, slow it down, maybe just toss it out to the friction here. And like I said, I mean, this ball's made to go down lane far. You know, so it's not necessarily going to pick up the mid lane. So we'll see what we can get out of it.
Just got away with it.
Almost. I got a little bit
I
farther
think for
down.
the condition right now, being deep with it wouldn't be a play.
No, I mean, like I said, there's a lot more oil in the middle, and if you saw with the Fusion with that sanded hybrid cover stock, I mean, it read it perfectly fine. All the balls have their place. This isn't meant to see the lane super early and hook. It's meant to be a long ball.
Yeah, right there for me.
Yeah.
It's not going to recover. That's actually what I expected to see on this.
Yeah.
But again, I can move back right some,
Mm-hmm.
and it's money.
Yeah. Yeah, and like the reason why mine actually came up and hit the pocket was just because I threw it towards the right, super over rotated it and slowed it down a little bit, you know.
You notice a little bit different environment right now, and I apologize. If you watch the video on the Fusion Hybrid, you'll realize that my mic died on me, and we were filming all 3 videos for the Fusion Hybrid, the Judge Pearl, and the Dragon Pearl all at the same time. So unfortunately, as I went back and was putting the video together for all of them, a lot of the intro and when I talk at the end of the video did not have any audio. So let's talk about them. Okay, so there you got to see the Judge Pearl. Judge Pearl's a really good ball. Now the Judge Pearl and the Dragon Pearl both, I don't have a lot of games on them yet. Still really breaking in the cover stock, getting a feel for the ball, but I really, really like what I'm seeing out of them. I think they're going to be great pieces in the right conditions. It's definitely not a ball on this house shot that I'm going to move way left and swing the lane with. I'm going to be tightening up those angles a little bit and relying on just the ball getting down lane in that friction area and then catching that back end. So color wise, I mean, the shelf appeal of the Judge Pearl, great shelf appeal, looks great going down lane, has a performance. It's got lots of stored energy at the end of the lane, so you're getting plenty of hitting power out of it. I don't know really, how much more I can say because it is really good. All of these newer releases from the rebranding of Swag have been really, really good. None have disappointed. I've been extremely happy with everything. Shout out to South Lanes for everything they do to let us be able to do the videos there. All the family over at Swag for the continued support that I get from them, Connor gets from them. All the guys over at Turbo, Brooklyn Ball Reviews, Hallmark Shoes. Everybody does a great job of supporting me. I want to make sure to get their names out here to you guys so that you can support them as well. Anytime, of course, if you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me. And I'm more than willing to answer any and all questions that I possibly can. Just kind of, just quick wrap up. The Judge Pearl it's gonna be a very great versatile ball. It would be one that easily, if you want to take a little shine off of, you could, just to get a little bit more out of it, but still retaining that down lane a little bit further than what you might have seen from the original Judge. Again, on this condition right now, not something I'm going to swing the lane with, but I really like what I see when I tighten those angles up a little bit. And definitely when I go to other houses where there is a lower oil volume or just a lot more of a friction house, I definitely see this ball coming into play. So I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I apologize for the audio mishaps. I'm trying my best to make sure it won't happen again. So thanks for watching, and make sure to hit that subscribe button, follow me on TikTok, and I really want to be able to get the subscribers up to a higher level. Once I do, I can start giving away some bowling balls. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.